Hi guys, I'm Sam from Pixie Woo. Today I'm going to show you how to create the golden glowing look of Charlize Theron. I'm going to start with the Illamasqua Skin Base Foundation. I've gone a couple of shades darker than my own skin because she's quite tan. The important thing is if you're going to tan your skin up, obviously you've got to fake tan the rest of your body, but don't forget your ears and your neck, okay? So I'm starting off by using number 9 and I'm going to pop this all the way around the jaw. And down the neck. Also going to pop this on the temples and down the sides of the face. Now through the centre of the face and on the high points I'm going to use a much lighter foundation. So it's the same foundation but it's about 5 shades lighter than the one I just used. So this is going forehead, tops of cheekbones, down the nose, on the chin. And then I'm going to buff that in using a Real Techniques stippling brush. The light colours pick out the features in the centre there and bring that to the forefront, and the darker colour sinks the edge of the face, so you get a much more streamlined face. Now what we need to do is just take a clean buffing brush and buff that all together just to make sure that it looks like skin and not like a ton of foundation. Everything else is going to be quite soft, so I'm going to use Chanel Sculpting Eyebrow Pencil in Blonde Clair. Then I'm just going to brush them through with the end of the pencil. On the eyelids I have this really gorgeous eyeshadow powder duo from Marks & Spencer's. The colour is Sandblast. I'm going to start by using the gold and I'm going to put that all the way over the lid and up to the brow. This is a really subtle shimmer. Then using the darker brown we're going to take that through the socket of the eye. And using our same eyeshadow brush that we applied the first colour with, we're going to blend that into the gold. So it's really subtle. Now underneath the eye we're going to mix the two colours together and just take that close to the lash line, and then we'll blend that in. On the waterline I'm going to use Illamasqua Val Pencil. Along the top lash line I'm going to wet the brown eyeshadow and I'm just going to apply that with a 226 brush from MAC. So I'm just going to apply that just on the outside corner just to make the lashes look a tiny bit thicker. Then using my Tweezerman eyelash curlers I'm just going to give the lashes a good old curl. Then to go along with the theme of this natural bronze glowing makeup we're going to use a brown mascara. I'm using Clinique High Impact Mascara in brown. Before I put mascara on my bottom lashes I better put some concealer on. I am using Bourjois Healthy Mix Concealer. Don't forget you may have to go lighter with your concealer if you've gone lighter with your foundation in the central panel there. Otherwise you'll be dark under your eyes. Bottom lashes with our mascara. Now moving on to the cheeks, I have two products for this, both of them from Avon, both of them face pearls. One is Arabian Glow Bronzing Pearls and this one is face pearls. Both of these are going to add a really subtle sheen and glow. So very simple, all we're going to do is take our brush, just move it round in the pearls and then we're just going to move it onto the cheekbone. So that we continue with this bronzed, golden, healthy glow. We're also going to put it up on our temple, so anywhere we put that darker foundation earlier. Okay, we're done with the bronzing pearls, now moving on to the highlighter. Same thing, we're going to put this on the tops of the cheekbones. So we're just going to blend that in to our bronzer. And then finally, just to give us an extra highlighted kick, we're going to use the Colour and Contour palette from Avon. This is in Rose Glow. Now, I'm not going to use the pinky one. I'm going to use this really light one here. And this is going to go just on the brow bone. Down the nose. And a tiny bit onto the forehead. But if you put it on the forehead, just take your foundation brush and blend it into what you've already got there so that it doesn't sit in your lines. If you have lines, that is. I do. So down the nose, right on the very top of the cheekbone. So we've got a really glowing cheek going on here. So we're really buffing that into the skin. We're also going to take a little bit of that highlighter just on the lip there and on our chin here. And again, blend. Then finally from MAC I'm using Naked Liner. This is obviously, as the name implies, a nude lip liner. And just over the Cupid's bow, I'm going to take a little bit of my gold from my Marks & Spencer's eyeshadow again. To give the lips a little bit of a golden feel. If you want to put a lip balm over that to make it more comfortable, you can do. I'm not going to because I'm trying to keep it as true as I can. But yeah, that's it. That's my Charlize Theron makeup. I hope you like it and thanks for watching and I'll see you next week. Bye bye.